So I've spent a good portion today in this garage. This is my makeshift shipping station that I use to pack up and send out Patreon rewards. And I guess, these shirts for those of you lucky enough to have sent in that email that I asked you to in the latest episode. I've sent a load already to the post office. I've got a bunch more that I am about to load up to send as well. And there's a lot of time spent in this room around boxes in a dimly lit garage. The glamorous life of a beerist. Oh, but the reason I wanted to show this to you was because I did get all new stuff. This has been really exciting to me, having all this new stuff ready and available for you guys. I'm sending those out today. I've got another load that I'm going to pack up and probably send those out next week. So if you've been waiting on your stuff, just wait a little bit longer. It's coming. Also, all of you folks who stayed at the $6 and above level on Patreon after you got your stuff earlier, I'm going to send you all new stuff. You don't have to do anything. It's probably out for some of you already. It's already been shipped for some of you, and the other ones I'll be shipping next week. So yeah, those of you who stuck around at that level, we really, really appreciate you and want to do that to say thanks. Standing out here taking video on the patio, I realized that I don't think I want to do an unboxing video today. I mean, I have beer to do that video, but I don't want to go through the whole rigmarole. I'd rather just do a preview of the beers that you can expect to see next on the Beerists podcast. Come on. What's up, doggy? Good girl. Yeah. It is gorgeous out here right now, and I just want to introduce this real quick. I got an email from Widowmaker Brewing Company after they heard us review one of their beers on an earlier episode. Now, the beer that we had was absolutely delicious, but visually, it looked like, and I'd mentioned this on the show, it had been dry hopped with Drywall Puree because there was so much stuff floating in it. Hop particles, and Mike found a stem in his glass, and the rest of it was probably polyphenols that just came out of solution and clumped together and just settled at the bottom of the glass. It was very, very chunky. And when they heard our review, they thought it was really funny. I mean, we had everything else good to say about the beer other than the visual, but they took it in stride and enjoyed my comments so much that they named their next beer Drywall Puree, and they posted about it on social media, and I was very excited to see that, and even more excited to see that they actually released that beer named Drywall Puree and then sent us some. I have a can here of Drywall Puree that we're going to have on the next episode, along with a whole lineup of Widowmaker beers. This first beer is called 100 Year Storm. It's a triple IPA at 10% ABV, and the description they sent said, "The man that pushes the boundaries tends to break." 100 Year Storm pours a hazy gold with a thick white head, a massive nose of floral notes up front, and a true to 50-year storm grapefruit finish. Australian hops, anything to catch the perfect wave. The next one, Donut Shop Coffee Stout. This is 6.5% ABV, and the description says, "The flavor of Donut Shop is multi-layered, pours a thick caramel head with an aroma of dark coffee and hints of chocolate and roast. At initial taste, you get sweetness up front and a nice silky mouthfeel rounding out to a subtle coffee finish." Drywall Puree is up next. It's an IPA at 6.2% ABV. Drywall Puree is loaded with Simcoe and Chinook hops, big tropical notes on the nose and a juicy blast on the palate with a soft, creamy mouthfeel. A lot of flavor packed into a crushable 6.2% IPA. And then we have Toxic Twins American IPA, 7.3% ABV. Brewed in the spirit of a lifelong friendship, Toxic Twins is a delicious IPA with a smooth, creamy mouthfeel, aromas of tropical fruit and sweet citrus, and fresh resiny hops, generously dry hopped with El Dorado and Idaho 7. And rounding it out is Mr. Meister Cookies and Cream Pastry Stout, 9.6% ABV. Dark and decadent Mr. Meister was brewed in honor of our famous cake-baking neighbors, Conditor Meister, I hope I'm saying that properly, using an assortment of their tasty treats. We went over the top in all aspects of this beer, and what we ended up with is a cookies and cream packed dessert in a glass. So yeah, Widowmaker, thank you so much for sending us all of these beers. Thank you guys for watching this. I hope you enjoyed this preview of the next episode's beers. That's the Beerists podcast. That'll be out this coming Sunday night or Monday. If you have not subscribed to the Beerists podcast, please do that. We're on your favorite podcast app. Just do a search, we'll come up. And yeah, we'll see you again next time. Hey, say bye, doggy.